particularly. You got a lot of candy, and some of you didn't. So I would like to know, since we're going to be talking about 2 stories today related to grumbling, what are some of your really most common complaints that you like to say at home or at school? What? Tell me one of yours, a really good one.
Why do I always have to unload the dishwasher?
Why do you always have to unload the dishwasher? Why you? How about some other complaints?
Why do I have so much homework?
Why so much homework? What else?
Why do I have to take out the garbage?
Why do you have to take out the garbage? How about, why do I have to wake up so early for school? Do you ever say that one? Maybe your parents say that one. Why do we have to wake up so early to get them to school? Well, and I imagine that some of the older people in the church too have a lot of good complaints. So at the count of 3, what I want you guys to do is think of your favorite complaint. And after I say 3, I want y'all together with everybody out there to just shout it out. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Why do we That's pretty good. I think there's still more that could come out too. Well, in the Old Testament scripture that was read earlier, did you pick up on how much they were grumbling? Do you remember who they were grumbling to? To Moses and to Aaron. They were grumbling because God had saved them. That doesn't seem to make sense, does it? But they were out in the desert. They had been wandering around. And do you remember what some of their grumbles were? We don't have enough to eat. You must have brought us out here to kill us. You didn't really want to save us, right? Well, what God said in response was, I will give you every morning, if you go out and you look on the ground, what looks like it's just dew is really going to be something to eat, like a bread. I'm going to give you manna every single day. Do you think that stopped him from grumbling? That didn't satisfy him. Then God said, okay, I'll also give you more meat than you'll ever be able to believe. I'm going to give you quails every night, except for the Sabbath night, because on the Sabbath night, in the morning and in the day, God said, I will give you twice as much the day before. So you'll have enough that you can be fully fed on the day of worship, but you don't even have to go out to gather it. They still kind of kept grumbling. And in the New Testament passage that our sermon is really going to focus on, they kept complaining too. They were complaining because God was good to everybody, and not just to the ones that worked the longest. So, you know, the beauty in that story, in both of those stories, is that God stood God's ground. And God said, I am being good to you. I'm committed to continuing to give you blessings. And I am also committed to being good to every single one of my children. So you can know it and you can trust it. And those of us who are here today visiting from our refugee ministry that we work with as Presbyterians over in the Central Valley of California, you know, the loveliness and the support and the generosity of your church here helps us to do